Welcome to Connect, a program where we connect guests with each other and with you at home. Today's theme is the importance of community theater and its involvement in the community, such as raising awareness about health issues and raising money for a new wellness program for Parkinson's disease. I'm Diane Grunes, and with me are Lynn, Knudsen and Kathryn, Adkins. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. So there's a video that I thought we could look at first, and that would kind of begin our discussion. So let's watch it now.
How old is too old to start an acting career? It's never too late to ignite the flame of creativity. Next Stage Production presents the next stage of your life. Wanna dance? Wanna sing? Wanna try that acting thing? Creativity is ageless. Next Stage Production uses performing arts to bring positive energy to the way people view or experience aging, to educate, engage, and enrich the lives of active adults age 50 plus and their communities through creative and expressive arts. For Next Stage, education is lifelong learning. Expressive arts education includes acting, singing, dance, improvisation, and storytelling. By teaching, we improve the quality of life for our participants. We create a safe space for artistic growth. Students eagerly anticipate the summer performing arts workshops. This 6-day senior camp leads students from introduction to a student showcase. Held at Cabrillo College, camp is a collaboration with Cabrillo Stage, Cabrillo Theater Department, and Next Stage Production. Next Stage Players touring troupe was developed as a next step to bringing performance into the community. Last year, we took the Next Stage Players to 30 different locations. Next Stage is enrichment and wellness. The Next Stage Time Slips program is an interactive workshop using storytelling and role-playing to engage and create meaningful connections. Time Slips revolutionized how we work with persons with memory loss and shifts care from managing behaviors towards creatively using the arts to actively engage in life.
Wonderful introduction to our talk today. I think, why don't we start with you, Kathryn, since you're the one who's the program director for education.
Okay. Well, as program director, I develop the curriculum and develop the courses, find the teachers that will teach the classes, and all of the course matter is usually at the continuing progression of instruction, encouragement, and then ultimately, if the student wants, they can progress towards performance. And that is the growth pattern that we have seen. And it's wonderful to watch our seniors. They come from all walks of life. They may have watched their children or their grandchildren performing. They may have wanted to try it out for years, decades even. Yeah. And now they get the opportunity to try it out in a nice, safe environment. And that's key. It has to be a safe environment for people to feel comfortable to grow. And this is part of that enriching growth through education, which we know stimulates the brain and does wonderful, wonderful things.
Yeah. So what we saw with the Fiddler on the Roof, for instance.
That was our 6-day workshop that we hold at Cabrillo as a collaboration with Extension, with Cabrillo Stage, and with the Cabrillo Theater Department. And we all work symbiotically. The Fiddler on the Roof happened to be last year's show choices that Cabrillo Stage was performing. This year we followed suit and we introduced our seniors to contemporary Broadway, which is totally different in style and musical requirements. So that was a lot of fun. We did the Addams Family and Beauty and the Beast. But we also offer classes throughout the school year. Some of them are 8 weeks, some 10 weeks. Sometimes they're just weekend workshops. And we do everything. We've done ukulele, we've done improvisation, we've had workshops on audition technique.
So how do people find out about these?
Most of it is through newsletters, but also we have a website, www.nextstagesantacruz.org, where we will be listing the new courses for the fall in about a month. You know, I'm in the process of developing and finding spaces. We try to utilize locations throughout the county because we know it's difficult traffic-wise
Sure.
to maneuver. So we've done some things on Market Street in Santa Cruz, some at the Congregational Church in Soquel, some at Capitola, and some in Aptos. So we try to hit all the areas.
And do you also show these classes in some of the actual Cabrillo College catalogs?
In the extension, the workshop is listed. So
Okay.
that 1 6-day program is listed in the extension catalog for summer.
Okay. And I understand that it's not just seniors, that you have people of all ages.
We gear the classes educationally towards our seniors, 50 and up, but we do not age discriminate. So we have had high schoolers. Very often we'll have high schoolers that will come in the summer. We have 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds. It all is a matter of wanting that experience, and some of it is teachers coming in the summer wanting educational resources.
Yeah.
And so we have a full range of students.
And Lynn, you have a very strong theatrical background, and I'm just wondering, have you ever participated in one of in teaching or?
Oh, yes. Well, I have taught theater arts, and it's interesting because after having a professional career for 12 years in New York City, I ended up having a family and doing all that good stuff, and came back to it because at 59, I decided to go back to college and get a degree.
Wow.
So I got a teaching credential, and surprisingly enough, what I wanted to do was to teach older adults. And there was a program in Los Angeles, the Unified School District, where I actually started, and out of that I developed a company called Interplay. And then when I came here to Santa Cruz, I was able to continue doing that work with the adult school here in Santa Cruz. So my theatrical background, I parlayed and meshed it together with education. And since I'm 77, I said, people like, it's for me, it's
Yeah.
for people like me. This is
Right.
what I wanted to be doing
Yeah.
with my time. And so I thought others would want to also, and they do. We have wonderful groups of people who come and study with us. And
Next Stage is really the umbrella.
yes, Next Stage is how we started. As a 501c3 now, we are expanding in the education, in the performance area, and also the enrichment, using programs that are arts-based to help people have healthier and happier lives. Because it's been medically
Sure.
proven that music and art helps us to age gracefully.
So
right?
is this all volunteer-based?
We are a totally volunteer-based organization, so we need volunteers.
Okay,
And
okay, we
so
should get that out, that
Please, if
volunteers.
someone is interested in knowing more or would like to work with us, find out more.
So you're
help-
actively recruiting.
We
right
are
now.
actively recruiting. And I'm sure that our number, telephone number, and everything will be on the screen later.
Yeah, well, I know for myself that I'm not just facilitating here, but I also have been participating in one of the programs under Next Stage. And it's a wonderful program that allows me to volunteer, but maybe not to put out quite as much time as some of the other aspects of Next Stage. Maybe I should just talk about that
Yes.
for a second.
You're so wonderful at it.
Oh, thank you. So this is called Time Slips, and what happens is I'm able to go into a facility in Santa Cruz. So far we've been at Elder Day,
Sunshine
Villa, and
Aptos,
Aegis.
Yeah.
And we're always looking for more places to go. And I come in with a partner, and together we take turns building a story based on a picture. Actually, I brought an example of it, and I won't take too long, but maybe just for our listening audience. So up on the screen, everyone can see there's a picture, and an example of this project, or what we do with everyone, is that I make copies so that every individual who's in the room would be looking at this picture. And I might add too that usually the activity director at the facility brings in maybe 10 to 12 people, and they're of all different levels of memory loss or dementia. Some of them have a lot to say. Some of them, it's harder to pull it out of them. But together with my questions or my prompts, they build a story. So just very quickly, this is a story that kind of developed out of that picture that you saw, and we might want to put it back up there. So it's called Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and I'll just read a little. Our story begins when a baby is found amongst the trees. Two furry animals looking much like dogs ask, "What can we do? This baby needs our help." Meanwhile, the dogs, who aren't the child's parents, hold the baby. The baby is laughing and looking up at them, thinking these must be my parents, but they're not. Maybe they're two Alaskan Malamutes. Wait, they are not dogs. They have wolf heads. The baby is confused but very happy and agrees that his parents do have funny-looking heads. Maybe it's because the animals are both wearing eyeglasses. One wolf is dressed in men's clothes. He's got a scarf around his neck. And the other one is a woman. She's wearing pearls. She must be my mother, thinks the baby. And so it goes on like that. And then at the very end, we'll say, the day is drawing to a close. Mr. and Mrs. Wolf sit on their living room couch holding the baby. The big picture window behind them reveals a dark sky. It's dinner time and everyone is hungry, especially Evan and Grace. These are names that people came up with. And so it's dinner time. That's dangerous. That's dinner. I'm dinner. Wolfgang suddenly realizes, Wolfgang's the baby. He doesn't know yet that Mr. and Mrs. Wolf are vegetarians.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah. So it goes on a little bit like this, and this is an example of what happens through the storytelling, and even just the act of doing this process with people is so wonderful because they're all being acknowledged. They're all able to say whatever comes up for them. Nothing they say is wrong. Everything they say is right. And we, throughout the process of telling the story, and my partner will be the scribe and write it down, we continually go over what we've put together so far. And so people are hearing their names said again and again. And it's just a wonderful program. And I feel so lucky to be a part of it because for me, my father, who's gone now, had Alzheimer's, and my mother has dementia. And so I'm quite familiar with all of the issues around that and whether people feel comfortable participating and talking and offering suggestions. And it's been wonderful. And I come away with as much satisfaction as they do. And we get a lot of feedback from these facilities that tell us that It's wonderful, and sometimes they will even read these stories and show the pictures to the facility.
That's what I wanted to elaborate on just for a moment. Across the country, there's a movement to bring art to aging adults and many different types of programs. What I like about yours and what you told us was that you developed a story. Well, we know that across the country there are other people taking the story and adding dance to it, or adding a visual with it. In other words, taking that story, publishing it, acting it out, dancing it, and many different expressions of the same story. And you can imagine how that makes the group feel to see their creation done up in so many wonderful ways.
Right. I think I remember seeing somewhere that there was a theater company, a professional theater company, that actually put on a short one act using the story.
Yeah.
So
It's a great
it can be used in a lot of different ways, and even if it doesn't go anywhere beyond the actual creation of the story.
And I wanted to add too, you know, what it sparked my imagination was I just got finished with our workshop, and one of our students wrote a little testimonial on her evaluation. She had taken the storytelling class, and you know, they were using personal stories, much like you were developing with your time slip students. And she wrote on the paper that this was the first time that she had ever gotten in front of people without that fear. By halfway through the class, she had no more fear. She was really able to just say the words and share with people.
Yeah.
And that was a wonderful, wonderful movement. And so this idea of being able to speak freely and just to allow it to happen is so important, regardless of where you are in the process of life.
Yeah, I think that the improv is a wonderful means for a lot of people, even just people who want to feel comfortable speaking.
Improv, storytelling,
Yes.
everything.
So, and I know that both of you, have been quite busy more recently on a project. And maybe I'm getting ahead of myself though, because there's also that piece about Parkinson's that I'd like you to tell us about.
Well, that's part of why we're doing our fundraising. Did you want me to go ahead and talk about that?
So, because I am very curious, how does fundraising happen?
Well, I actually am an ex-professional fundraiser for the American Cancer Society, and none of those projects were ever as much fun as the one we're doing now. It's always difficult to find a way of raising money that's unique. So we think we've come up with something pretty unique. We are going to produce a show called Bingo, the Winning Musical. Now, we think this is perfect for the people who are interested in what we do,
Right.
because there are a lot of people who play bingo either in private, because they don't want anyone to know, or they come publicly. We were just the other night at Holy Cross Church at their bingo evening, and guess what? My husband and I won the 50-50. Yes.
What does that mean? Oh,
that
you won
means that they
$50?
sell raffle tickets and they pull a winner at the end. And we were lucky enough to win over $150
Oh, wow.
playing bingo.
So there's part of your fundraising.
Well, you see, that's that's part of it. You know, it's like it's finding a vehicle where people can have fun and raise funds for us is what was a challenge. So bingo is so wonderful because the show itself is a great musical theater piece. It was, I guess, produced back in 2003 or something like that. And it was a successful off-Broadway show. Well, the show is exciting, and guess what? This is one of our leading ladies. Kathryn has got the part of Honey in the show. And we stopped the show 3 different times to play bingo.
With the
And
audience?
With the audience. So
Wow, that sounds fun.
We're trying to get the word out to the whole world to come
Yeah.
and see Bingo, the winning musical, because it's not only a fundraiser benefiting all of these programs we've been talking about, but it's a lot of fun, and you can
Yeah.
win money.
Where is this being performed?
It's going to be done at Knudsen.
That's a
in,
nice
in the on the
Auditorium.
stage, utilizing the auditorium and everything, and it'll also be done at the Senior Center in Mid-County in Capitola. It's called Mid-County Senior Center.
The one on Capitola Road in 17th?
Actually, it's on Bay Avenue, across from Nob Hill.
Oh, okay. All right, that one. I know.
And they do bingo every Tuesday afternoon. So we're looking for people who want to support us and do it in a playful way using bingo.
But you don't have to play bingo.
You don't have to play
No.
bingo. You can come and see the show and see the music and the dancing, and it's really a
No,
great
I just
show.
meant you don't have to be a bingo player in your
no.
life.
No,
But
it's very easy.
yeah.
It's very easy to learn.
I think everybody,
And to have fun with.
Yeah.
So that's our unique fundraiser, and we really hope the whole community will come and see the show. Tickets are available at Gray Bears on Chanticleer during office hours. Tickets are also available at Mid-County Senior Center. But the best place to get your best choice, because it's reserved seats and you get 3 bingo cards with every ticket
That's 3 bingo cards.
for 3 games, and you can go online to brownpapertickets.com, which I'm sure we'll show on at the end of the show, and order your tickets. There are some VIP tickets that are set up in the cabaret style, and they are going to get special treats. And
Will they be like at tables as
it's
opposed
sitting
to
around
chairs?
tables, and they'll be right up next to the stage. So if you go on Brown Paper Tickets, you can get some of those seats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a wonderful.
Oh, I forgot to tell you the dates.
Please.
Oh, August 25th, 26th, 27, September 1, 2, 3 at Knudsen, and then September 9 and 10 at the Mid-County Senior Center. Those are mostly matinees.
Wow. So that's coming up soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and very exciting. I'm sure Kathryn's excited. She's rehearsing.
We're having a lot of fun. Yes,
So are you
pretty crazy.
doing the music as well? Are you the musical director?
No, Suzanne Duval is doing the music.
Because you
and,
do that a lot with.
Actually,
Don't you?
Actually, I don't do the music directing. I do.
you
the
usually are
actual
performing.
Stage directing.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I will be doing that for the Creel Theater Department this fall.
Oh,
And
congratulations.
the director is Bradley Rhodes, and he directed that, what was the name of the show? The Billy Elliot.
Elliot.
Oh, Billy
last
Elliot. That was
fall.
supposed to be really
And he did
wonderful.
a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And that's why we grabbed him.
Well, we have just a few more minutes. Is there anything that you can think of that we haven't talked about?
Well, we were talking about volunteers, and you had mentioned the Parkinsons program, and this was something that came to us as our potential next health and wellness avenue. And the problem is that we didn't know quite enough about what was going on because they wanted singing with it, and we have found that that is a new and developing area of study as well as participation. But because of that, we don't have very many volunteers that feel comfortable doing that. But we have identified there is a need in our community for people who would like to sing and do vocal music with Parkinson's people. And so that's going to be our next
That
avenue.
sounds so.
You know, the science behind it is so amazing.
Yeah, tell me.
It's the rhythm of the music that in Parkinson's, has the tremor.
Right.
And they can unify the tremor and with the beat of the music, and it takes the tremors away.
Wow.
There's lots of documentation through dance. The dance is way ahead of the vocal aspect of the study. So that's been in process for a number of years. but the vocal aspect. And we all know that without the voice, without the ability to say words, that our life
Right,
is
right.
diminished. So, it's
So
important.
what I'm hearing with all of these programs is the need for volunteers,
Volunteers.
and they're all different levels and ways of,
And the need for
of volunteering. And very big one, the need for funding. You're a nonprofit, and so that means a lot when it comes to trying to raise money. And the play sounds like a perfect venue for that.
Oh, it'll be so much fun. We
Bingo
have a big
sounds
surprise.
very fun.
In store for the audience.
Can somebody win $150?
Well, I don't know if it'll be that much, but we might be giving away the money prize. We might.
Oh boy. Well, I'm going to encourage my friends, and to all of you out there, I think that, well, I hope that you've enjoyed what we've been talking about, and I want to thank the people who are here today with me, Lynn and Kathryn, and I'm just been delighted to sit and listen to all of this, because I've been participating, but I was not aware of quite the amount of other, other things that go on under Next Stage. So thank you so much for being here. And to all of you, I hope that you enjoyed our conversation and are excited about our work. Thank you again, Lynn and Kathryn, and I'm Diane Grunes. And don't forget to tune in to the next Connect program here at Community Television.